So welcome to our first module live session. It's around 5:30, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. I realize that there might be people that are still coming in, but I want to make sure to respect everyone's time. As we get started, I want to do a quick sound check. Can everybody hear me okay? Perfect. Thank you for responding. And can you guys see the PowerPoint? Perfect. It looks like we're in good shape. So at this time, as most of you guys know, just make sure to mute your microphone as it cuts down on the background noise. And then anytime that you have a question, you can unmute yourself and ask the question at any point in time. So, in this live session, it's going to be a lot of just introductions to basically the course, and then I'll go over the Module 1 assignment. So we will have introductions of ourselves. We will cover live classroom session expectations, assignment due dates, integrity policy, APA formatting, and then, like I said, the Module 1 assignment. And then there will be question and answer time at the end. You guys could actually, since it's such a small group that's on tonight, feel free to stop me at any point if you have any questions. So I want to get on and keep going. So introduction. So my name is Mike Hager, and I currently reside in Grand Rapids, Minnesota. I have a master's degree in early childhood education, and I work as the program director for the Head Start program in Itasca and Koochiching counties here in Minnesota. If time and money were no object, I would love to travel back to Brazil. My mom is from Brazil, and she talks about how beautiful the country is. Especially love visiting the beaches. I heard the beaches are really gorgeous there. I know every time I go to California, I really enjoy the beach. I could about imagine what kind of beaches they have there. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. Now I'd like to invite you guys you guys just to share your name, where you're from, the type of program you are in, and where you would like to travel to if money and time was no object. This is kind of a good icebreaker to get us started and get a little bit of hints with each other as we begin the course.
I guess I can go. Can you guys hear me? Hello?
Mishi, were you trying to talk?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. Yeah, so my name's Mishi. I live right outside of Boston, Massachusetts. I work for Bright Horizons, and I was a teacher for years. And then recently I moved into admin a couple years ago. And recently I just went into, basically it's an assistant director position. But our company actually changed it kind of along with the needs of the pandemic. So they moved all assistant directors into what they call a health and safety director position. So it's basically the assistant director, but on top of that, they put responsibilities on us to make sure that we're monitoring all protocols for COVID related safety and kind of making keeping like open partnerships with the families just to make sure that, we're trying to keeping COVID out of the center and keeping those open dialogues with the families to have everybody like accountable for the symptoms and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just basically handle all of that stuff with the families and with the state of Massachusetts for my center. So that's what I'm doing right now.
That sounds like a very important role.
I really like it. It's a new role that the company just created, and I'm enjoying it a lot. It's a lot to learn, but I really like it a lot.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Is contact tracing still a thing out in the East Coast?
So it is like we actually kind of do like in this company itself or in each center, we do have our own version of contact tracing in the sense that we operate every single classroom as its own pod. So we don't have teachers. We have like 2 or 3 teachers connected to a specific classroom every week, the primary teachers, and then maybe one person who might be connected to that room to cover breaks, and that's it. And there's nobody else rotating in and out, so that if there ever is an exposure, we know exactly who was in that room, and that's who we contact, that's who we talk to. So that is like our version of contact tracing that we do like within our center community.
Nice.
Yeah. So we always know what's going on. We've had one exposure or one positive COVID case since we reopened, which was almost 5 months ago now. So it's gone really well, and the parents are happy, and it's worked out really, really well with the protocols that we have in place.
Well, I hope you could share some of them with us because we are struggling up here in northern Minnesota as far as how rapid the cases are coming in. And we actually don't have contact tracing because it's just there's just not enough people to do the contact tracing with the numbers that are coming in.
Well, I think like in the state of Massachusetts in general, the cases are going up, but I'm just talking about like within our center, as an isolated center community, we're able to control it, and we've kept it down within our center. I have heard that the other centers around our area, not Bright Horizons, but other centers, they've had more cases of COVID going through their centers. I don't know what their protocols are, so I can't really speak to that. I can just say what Bright Horizons is doing, and it's worked very well within our center, and how, parents are happy with it. And we did have that one positive COVID case, and we were able to only shut down that one classroom for 2 weeks as opposed to shutting down the entire center, since we're operating every classroom as a pod. So it worked out. It's working well.
That's great to hear.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. And
You're welcome. Thank you.
Well, I guess I can go next. My name is Amy Johnson. I am here located in Florida, in Central Florida. I work for the ECS program, which is Episcopal Children's Services. I have been there for about 3 years. Overall, I've been a child care teacher for about 15 plus years. And I can truly say that every day is a different day. And like Mishi, I hope to get that director experience. I have not yet. Just in the past, I've just always, because of the responsibilities, I just kind of just turned away from it. But I am looking, hopefully this coming up year, to have that experience. Where would I like to travel if money and time was no object? That's a good question. I think I would love to travel to Africa, just to have that experience and to see the different things and experience the different cultures and background. And that's a little bit about me.
well, thank you for sharing, Amy. And if you are viewing this live, if you're viewing this recording, please answer the same questions. That you see, your name, your state, position in your EEC, and where you would like to travel if money and time was no object. Well, thank you, ladies. I thought we had one more on, but it looks like she might have left. I don't know. I'm just gonna continue on. So live classroom expectations. Uh, this course will have 5 live classroom sessions that I will need to expand on the current module topics. These sessions are offered in the first one, module 1 through 5. The live sessions will be held every Tuesday at 5:30 Central Standard Time, except for Thanksgiving week, which will be on Monday, November 23rd. So really mark your calendars down for that, just because, yeah, it's every Thursday up until that week of Thanksgiving week. It'll be on that Monday at 5:30. Basically, you guys probably have been in Rasmussen for a while, so you kind of know the purpose of the live sessions. It's really just to engage with your peers and your instructor about the course concepts. And the interactive sessions really encourage open dialogue. And questions are encouraged. So, I do highly encourage you guys to attend live sessions, but I understand that life does happen. Just really, if you can't do it, the video will be posted the next day. If you do attend the live session and actively participate, no further action is needed and you'll earn credit for the live session. However, if you do not attend the live session, you are expected to complete the live session quiz by answering all the questions that I ask the class during the presentation in order to receive full credit. So yeah, and it looks like Mishi has a question. Just wanted to double check because on the home page it says Thursdays for the live sessions. Yes, it should say, and if it doesn't say on November, I don't know what, should be every Thursday that has live session except for that Thanksgiving week. So yeah, fix it. Thanks for bringing that to my attention. What does it say, Mishi, on there?
It says Thursday on the course homepage, but then the slide says Tuesday. So I just wanted to make sure which is the day.
So let's see. I need to have a calendar on my hand. Sorry.
Okay, that's okay. I think if it goes based on the dates, I think that it's Thursdays
Yeah,
because your dates match up with Thursdays.
yeah. When I planned this out, it was supposed to be every Thursday except for that week, that Thanksgiving week,
Okay,
which will be Monday.
okay. All right, I just wanted to make sure so that because I think November 23rd is a Monday, but every other day that you put was a Thursday.
Yep, that's correct. So that should be the 12th, the 19th, the 23rd, because Thanksgiving's on the 26th, and then it'll just continue regularly on Thursdays for the
Okay.
3rd and the 10th and so on.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh. Thanks for catching that.
No problem.
So that is the live session expectations, and if you have questions, feel free to reach out at any point in time. Due dates. So make sure to look closely to the course calendar for due dates. Last thing I want to do is deduct points for any late assignments, but the college policy is a 10% deduction for each day that an assignment is late. This does apply to discussion posts as well. However, the discussion initial posts and responses will not be accepted after Sunday at 11:59 p.m. of the module week. The assignments are due by 11:59 Central Standard Time every Sunday. Your initial discussion posts are due by 11:59 p.m. every Tuesday. And then the discussion responses to peers are due by 11:59 p.m. every Saturday. For full credit in discussions, please just respond to at least one peer as well as any follow-up questions I may ask you. You're encouraged to respond to more than one peer and the questions others may ask you, just so you guys could be in dialogue. And then since this course began on a Thursday, um, your initial posts and responses are due this Saturday at no on November 14th. I think it's hopefully I got that right. 11th, 12th, 13th. I think it's actually the 13th. So yeah, make sure it's due on the 13th. Please note that the last day of class, it is Saturday, December 19th. So the module 6 assignments are due by Saturday at midnight in the final week. No late assignments will be accepted after the course for any reason, and that's a Rasmussen policy. So just make sure that you guys get all your guys' assignments in no later by Saturday, December 19th. Amy, did you have a question?
Yes, you faded out as you were talking about the due dates on the assignments. But I'll just ask the question that I thought you were, that was pertaining to that. On the assignments, again, the dates kind of vary from the syllabus to what's on the course homepage. So I just want to make sure that all the assignments, they are due on Sunday. Is that correct? And that's the written assignments and everything.
Yes, all the assignments are always due on Sunday.
Okay.
Every written assignment is due on Sunday. The biggest thing is the initial posts are due on Tuesday, and then your responses to peers are due on Saturday.
Okay, and then
Any other assignment is due on Sunday, with the exception of the last day of class, which is a Saturday on December 19th, and also this week. I just want to make sure that we have our assignments in because we're starting halfway during the week. So like your initial post for your discussion and your responses to peers all be done on Saturday, and the actual assignment itself done the due date will be Sunday. So all assignments Sunday, with the exception of the last day of class.
and then I had another question in regards to the slide before, but I can save it for later. That's fine. I'll ask later.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because I kind of forgot what it was at first. I was writing.
No worries. If you have any questions, if it comes to you, please let me know. And then with these dates, I want to make sure that these dates are correct. So I will review this in the syllabus and the course calendar later on after we are done to ensure that they are correct. So if you're asking the same question, I'm sure that somebody will have that. Well, that's good that we're trying to get these on the first day.
Okay.
So I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the integrity policy. Um, this is a 3000 level course, so you guys should all be aware of this. I do want to highlight a few areas of the Rasmussen integrity policy. The biggest issue that I want to point out that relates to using someone else's work. So I just want to look at three forms of this. Um, Cheating, obviously, it is considered using copying another work with or without their permission. Luckily, this is not very common in the online setting. Collusion is something that we can see happening more in an online course. This is allowing someone to do your work for you and then submitting it as your own. You can absolutely have a family member of a friend proofread your work and make suggestions to you. But you need to do your own work. I always have my wife sometimes uh, help me, give me suggestions on things that I rate, but she doesn't actually do it. So that's a little bit I see in the online learning form that happens sometimes. Like I said, you can absolutely have a family member do it or help you proofread your work and make suggestions. But your work and the words used need to be in your own and not someone else's. And then finally, the most common which I see is plagiarism, which is just using another one person's organization's words as your own. To avoid this, please cite your sources. Need to be cited in an in-text and in a reference. Quotation marks need to be used in addition to the in-text citation when using the exact words form from a source. So if you paraphrase an idea from a source, you still need the in-text citation, but not the quotation marks. So I hope that made sense. All right, seeing that there is no questions, I'm going to continue on. APA formatting, like I said, again, this is probably something that you guys should all be familiar with, but I just wanted to touch up on the APA formatting. You can always reference the APA guide at the link above. There's even a template provided on the website that you could use for creating your assignments, just to make sure that you are using the proper formation. The APA guide did update to the 7th edition about a year ago. You just want to make sure that you're following the correct guidelines. The main things I want to point out about the APA are that the page numbers should be in the header and aligned to the right. The title page information should be centered on the top half of the page with the title of the paper bolded. And then the entire paper is double spaced with a 1-inch margins on each side of the page, and the references on the reference page are formatted with hanging indentions. So once again, if you're having trouble with it, there is a guide that can help you with APA formatting. Please use that to your advantage, just so you are doing it correctly. And the last thing I wanted to talk about tonight, so our live sessions are um, offered, five times throughout the course. They're going to be pretty brief in a sense that I want to make them as concise as possible because we will be checking in quite a bit together. But I also want you, at times I want to kind of go over assignments and stuff. So I know that you guys have an assignment right off the bat. It's the module 1 assignment. So just wanted to touch base with you on that. as this is due on Sunday. So for this week's assignment, you will be comparing different child temperaments. This actually is a really great assignment to dig in why children behave in different ways based on their temperaments. So what you'll do is you'll choose 3 children for each type of the temperament, either real or fictional, any ages between birth through 8 years old. And then for each child, describe the setting, age, and temperament type. You will want to describe what the child says, how they move, and how they interact with others. And then you're going to want to explain the temperament type and how it is seen in the child's behavior, the language, and actions. You also want to describe possible behavior implications for the child, explaining how their temperament may impact their behavior. And you really want to provide examples of how you, as the educator, would respond to their behavior. And then you would want to compare each child's temperament to your own and explain why it is important to relate to the temperaments different than your own. You should have at least one reference to a resource from this module. It could be included in the readings, notes, videos, etc. And then once again, like I said, with the formatting, use in-text citations where appropriate. In addition to the 2 to 3 pages, include an APA formatted title page and a reference page. So hopefully this is not something new to you guys. I'm guessing this would probably not be new. It's a lot of different questions. And what I'm seeing in this course is that there's a lot of writing. There's a lot of prompts to these different questions that you have to compare different things. And this is the first assignment of, I'm guessing, 5, maybe. You guys have 1 a week, which is not too bad. I see some other classes that have 3, sometimes 3 or 4 assignments a week. So take your time on this. I know it's a short week. And if you have any questions between now and Sunday, between now and when you submit it, please reach out to me. Let me know. I want to try to best help you and support you. If you have any of those questions. So yeah, this was a pretty quick live session tonight, and I want to try to make them quick just because I know a lot of you guys have families and you guys have other obligations. But the people that are in here, Amy and Michi, do you guys have any questions as of right now?
I have a
Yes.
question. Oh, sorry, Amy, go ahead.
Back to my first question that I was going to ask. With the live session, so just to make sure I understand, as long as we participated live, do we need to answer any questions in
Nope.
the live section portion of the course,
Nope.
or no?
Nope. I'll see that you're on, and what I do, Amy, is at the end of the live session, I will just have you write your name in the chat box. That tells me that you were here. I know usually it's not a lot of people that join live sessions because of work or other obligations. But yeah, you don't have to do anything. I will manually put in your points for the live session. And nothing else is required of you.
Okay. Okay.
Any other questions? I think, Nishi, you had one.
Yeah, it was the exact same question, so I'm all set.
Yeah, pretty simple.
Yeah, I'm
You
good.
come here, you show up, you answer a couple questions. And I try to make these live sessions short because I know you guys have other stuff to do. And plus, since it's a short week too as well, you have stuff to do, and I completely understand. So I want to respect your guys' time, but yet I want to make sure that I'm getting and answering all the questions that you guys have.
Okay, so we don't have to go click on the module 1 live, the live session link and do anything. We just leave it, and you'll put in whatever points it is, right?
Yep, I'll give you full credit points.
Okay.
So nothing is required to you if you join the live session. I know it was just you guys, Amy and Nishi, so you guys will, yeah, you don't have to do anything. You guys participated, you guys earn full credit.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So if that's all the questions that you guys have, once again, I will have this recording posted by tomorrow for your fellow students, and they're the ones who are going to have to actually take the quiz or answer the questions that need to for participation. So if you guys don't have any questions, feel free to reach. If not, have a great weekend, and we